from the gang called Gypsy.
Gang and they come and get Gypsy. Gang and they come and get Gypsy. I met a Gypsy. Gang. I met a Gypsy.
Bobby Reagan, I've never met him, never spoke to him. He's a character that lives in the ether that dictates a lot of the shit that I watch on the weekends. But
yeah.
Moto's weird because you don't really, like Mitch Payton, yeah, Roger DaCosta, yeah, but the whole like team manager organization, like in football, it's all you hear about, you know, like Bill Belichick and the Patriots organization, and you know, you hear about this structure, and so many people credit success to this program and the structure, and we sort of, you know, you see that with PC. And then, you know, Geico's had their era, and now it's like this Star era. What is it about, like, Bobby Reagan and then that whole program? Like, why, in your opinion, as a dude that's won a championship with Star, why is it a championship churning out machine?
That is a great question, but also one that I asked before I signed with that team in 16. You know, like I said, I was still good buddies with Coop, and I called him. I'm like, yo, like, why do they win? Like, what makes this whole thing work? Like, granted, you got to have the riders. I mean, that's first and foremost. You got to have dudes that can go win. And then the way Coop explained it to me was, because I obviously hadn't spoken to Bobby yet either, and at the time when I told him I wanted to be on Star, and he was like, dude, I'll tell you right now, if you want to win, come here. Like, any other team will tell you, yeah, we want to do this, but this sponsor is going to be pissed, or we got to do this for that sponsor, or we got to do whatever. He was like, Bobby does not give a shit. Like, if he has to do something that's going to piss somebody off, but it'll help you or help the team win, he'll do it. No questions asked. Like, he'll do whatever it takes to win. And for me, like a guy that wanted to win, I look at that and I'm just like, damn, like no one else has explained another team like that to me. Like, I've never heard that from any other team, any other organization, nothing. So whenever I heard that, I'm like, okay, that's different. And then you talk to Bobby, and you know, he explains how things work, and you always can kind of look at Bobby and think, okay, maybe he's just the money guy behind the team, and he sits back and writes the checks and does whatever. But Bobby is so involved, and he knows everything that we do. I mean, top to bottom. I mean, that's why they have a team trainer. He talks to Swanee every day. He talks to Will multiple times a day. He talks to Brad Hoffman multiple times a day. Like, the dude is so involved in what we do. And he wants to have his thumb on everything, but it's because he cares so much. He just wants to go win, and he wants dudes that want to go win. So when you're not performing and not doing what you need to be doing, he'll certainly let you know. I mean, he's tried to fire me a few times for just because I was being shit. But, you know, once he gets to that point to where he feels like you can win and he knows that this team is going to help you do it, he will do whatever. I mean, and that's just the way it's been. Like, any time I needed something, they did not hesitate. They were just like, we'll do it. We don't care. You know, it'll make the bike faster. Who cares? Like, we're sponsored by this company, but this will be better. I mean, whatever. We'll do whatever we got to do. You know, like, we'll figure it out. And, dude, they are just that's the way it was at the beginning. You know, now everything's certainly a lot more structured and everything falls into place just the way it's supposed to, and we do everything by the book. But, you know, the way it was described to me was so intriguing. I was just like, wow. Like, I mean, from a guy that wants to win and that's been in the dumps, like, I'll do anything it takes to win too. So the fact that the team owner says that to you, it's just like, holy shit, like, that seems like a winning combo to me, you know? So that's really, really what drew my attention there. And it wasn't just because Coop was there. Like, he's a friend. He would have been honest with me about no matter what, you know? So the fact that he said that, I was just like, damn, you know, like, that's mind blowing, really. And that's solely where the attraction came to be on Star Racing. Yeah, the bike was sick, but the way he operated was how I wanted to do it 100%.
Damn, man, that's definitely cool to hear. And man, it's just in line. Like, if you're a dude that's in a position, so like I know Bobby Hewitt really well. So like, just even it was even personally, like, my ex-girlfriend in America grew up with like his daughter, so I was kind of just even around them, like, in a full off track way. But I was just like so impressed with him as a person. Like, when I'd hang out with him, he was just like old school Texas dude, works hard as fuck. He's a winner in every aspect of his life, you know? Like, he's a fucking winner in terms of like the way he raised his kids. He's a winner in terms of the way that he treats his wife. He's a winner in the way that he treats his kids and his business and then his team. And then he obviously won multiple championships. It's like, I looked at Bobby Hewitt as a guy like, that's a legit motherfucker that I want to be around, not even on a racing front, but like as a mentor or like a guy in life to look at. It's like solid fucking dude. And I sort, like I said, I don't know Bobby Reagan, but it's like I kind of get that same vibe with him, you know. It's like you just don't get to the position in life where you can fund a factory race team with 340 riders on it to, you know, if you're not a winner, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm a sole believer in it. It starts from the top and then you work your way down. And dude, if Bobby wasn't like that, the team wouldn't be what it is. I mean, he's built it into what it is, you know, because he wanted that for so many years, and he just kept doing his thing, you know. Like he was like, we'll get there eventually, you know, and I'm a winner, and that's what we do, is we fucking win. And he says that all the time. Like, dude, I don't know how many meetings we go in and he's just like, we're going to win this race because we fucking win. That's what we do. And I'm just like, you damn right we do, you know. And then we go win the race. And it's just, I mean, that attitude stems from, like, that's your team owner telling you this. So then you have everyone else telling you that, and you're like, okay, like, you know, it starts from there. So I mean, he's tough as nails. Like, he is hard on you when he needs to be. But that kind of confidence coming from your team owner, I mean, it does something to you, you know, like that just hits you different. And, you know, from the get-go at the first round, I mean, he told me the same thing. He's like, you're going to go win this fucking championship. And I'm like, let's go. I'm like, I know I'm going to, you know, like that. And I needed that little bit of reassurance too. And, you know, the fact that he tells you that, it's pretty big deal. So that's just the way he operates. So that's the way he is. Been that way from day one.
That's cool, man. And that's the impression that I get, because you can't do what he's done and built what he's built without, like, dude, Pastrana says it all the time. Winners fucking win, man.
It's just what they do. I mean, and exactly what he said about, I mean, I think it's a big testament to Bobby too, when you look at even the 450 program. You know, like you take a 450 program that it's the same guy. Like AP struggled, you know, for years. And then he comes over here and you just have that confidence of just being like, Bobby Reagan's behind this thing. Like, he's a fucking winner. That's what he does. That's all he does is win. And he's the one now that I have to take orders from, you know, like he's the guy. So you look at that, and then AP just looks like a new man. You know, he's out there doing his thing. Granted, you know, they did a lot of work on the bike and did some stuff to make it better for sure. But I just think that has a lot to do with it, you know, like starting from the top and just having those people there that are that way and have that attitude just makes a huge difference. And, you know, you see that in dudes like KTM too. Like, how many of those dudes just, I mean, Roger DeCrosser, for Christ's sake, the dude just wins, you know, like that's all he does. He just wins. Yeah. So to have that starting from the top and kind of trickling its way down to the riders is, it's a big part of having a whole organization and program be successful. And, you know, I'm just lucky to be a part of one in Star Racing.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.